For 6 weeks during 1972, all 17 rooms of this house in Los Angeles were transformed into an environmental art piece. Judy Chicago, Miriam Shapiro, and their students from the California Institute of the Arts used consciousness radiations to search out and reveal the female experience and to produce theater pieces, which they wrote and performed. They explored these new feelings about themselves and about women's role in the home until they created, before the eyes of the public, the longings, fears, and dreams women have as they cook, sew, wash, and iron their lives away.
Scrambled egg. Sunday side up.
And it's all nipples.
That's right. That's great. Look. See? It's drooping and then it straightens itself out and it becomes an egg. That's great. That's very good. Look at the curve.
Take a few off like this. Hey, Marilyn, come here. Look at all these eggs on the wall. Marilyn, come in here. Huh? We had the first two there. Nylon. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, this is bad in here. Linda, come here. Linda.
Look at how big it is. Hey, Marilyn.
What do I call pink?
Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn, what did it remind you of?
That's what it looks like. What it's supposed to be, I guess. Here. They got this tab.
Hey, Marilyn, look at this egg in the pan over here.
The pink. It's yellow.
Oh, it's real. Look like.
Ooh!
The night Womanhouse closed, the artists gathered for one final session, where each one related what Womanhouse meant to her.
But, it's like now I can sit here and I just feel good.
Right, tell us about Sparkle. I think Sparkle did it.
Yeah, well, all right, I'll talk about Sparkle.
Tell us how you wear pink all the time now, too.
All right, we were at Judy's house, and we wanted to do something with role playing. So we had all these costumes. So Nancy, it was all your fault, Nancy. Nancy dressed me up in this ridiculous white wig and a belly dancer outfit. I'd always been sort of uptight about my body, and I'd never pictured myself in that role as like this person would go out and flaunt my body. Here she is, the one and only Sparkle.
Here she is, the one and only. I really knocked him out at the pit tonight, girls. You should have seen dancing, shaking it up. It took him an hour to mop up the floor with all those guys drooling all over.
It was supposed to be from our real lives, the story of our real lives sort of taken to an extreme, And all those feelings that I was always so afraid of, really, of being this toughie, and, being so here, I'm a lesbian and everyone's going to say I'm a dyke, and a stereotype and blah, 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 And then, I was just telling Jan the other day that somehow, every week, getting dressed up and putting that wig on and putting makeup on, and I had never tweezed my eyebrows in my entire life. And I'd always wondered what I would look like if I tweezed my eyebrows, but I always thought the pain wasn't worth it, And then I found myself like getting into wearing all these really feminine clothes, wearing pink and tweezing my eyebrows. And so like I feel like in the feminist art program, like everybody's starting from here. It's like everybody's going this way and I'm going this way.
Because I've been raised with my ideas, and I'm sure they're different from female ideas. I don't know how. I've never really talked to a girl about these things. I don't know why. I just never have. And this is the first time I've wanted to. But most of the girls I've ever tried to talk to about these things, there was no reason, or there was no way they could talk to me about it. It seemed like.
And in coming to the group, I have never in my life been with people. I mean, really been with people. And it's very hard for me. We had the kitchen consciousness raising up, at the beginning of the house, and that really raised my consciousness of how it was to work with people. Like I said, if ever I got working so hard into my own little corner, come and grab me and hug me or something, kick me, anything to get me out of it. Because that was one thing that this group has given to me, was the fact of the community feeling, the feeling that I did belong, and it was my right position to be myself.
dream of eternal romance, moonlight in the afternoon, bells ringing and angels singing. You know, a husband, a family, a lifetime of undying love. Wow, man, like, wait a minute, you know, like, you're really on this hate trip, you know, like, you're on this some trip, man, like, you gotta get to love, man, you know, like, you gotta get into love, and like, gotta get into, like, the vibes, you know, and, like, tune in, you know, like, tune into the universe. Like, my body belongs to the universe, you know? And, like, that's what I do, you know? I just flow with it. When I met this guy, and then he turned me on to acid, man. Like, acid. Acid is so far out, man. Like, it is so heavy. Like, acid just really, like, turned me on. He had this jacket, you know? You should have seen this jacket. It had black, shiny leather on it. Like, it had these Nazi crosses, you know? And, like, it even had this skull on the back with wings, you know? It was really beautiful, man. Like, that jacket was really art, you know? And, like everybody really dug that jacket. And he let me wear it because, like, then everybody would know I was this chick, you know? One time we had this party. Somebody brought this really good stuff, really heavy dope, and, like, somebody brought out this big bag of reds, you know, like, and, like, they were all taking these reds, you know, like, somebody asked me if I wanted to take some reds, you know, and, like, I said, no, man, like, you know, I'm not into reds at this time, you know. That's what I said. And, like, I don't know, they started doing this weird thing, you know, like, they started taking off my clothes, and, like, you know, I thought they wanted me to dance or something, you know, like, so I was just flowing with it, you know, and, like, really into it, you know, and, like, then they put me in the shower, man, and, like, they turned on the water, and they started washing me, and, like, they were, like, rubbing me and everything, and, like, I don't know, it was cold, you know, and, like, then this guy, like, he pulled back my head, you know, and I couldn't see. And the water was running in my face and everything. And, like, somebody brought out, like, a handful of reds, and they put them in my mouth. Like, they pulled my mouth open and stuck them in there, and I couldn't breathe, and I was choking, you know. And I had to swallow them, man, like, all those reds, you know, and, like, they just, like, it came on really fast after that, you know, and, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I was so stoned, you know. I was so out of it. Like, the next thing I knew, they put me on this bed, man. And, like, I don't know, they all started, like, getting on top of me and, like, taking turns balling me and stuff. And it was really weird. And I don't know, I couldn't move. And, like, I was so out of it. I don't know, it just went on for a long time, man, and, like, I don't know, I guess I just passed out or something, man. So I woke up a long time after that, and, like, everybody was gone, you know, and, like, they'd taken all my clothes, man, and, like, they'd even taken that jacket, you know, like, I never did find that jacket again, you know, and I never saw my old man after that. I heard he got busted or something, you know? Like, I don't know, you know? You just gotta stay above that shit, you know? You gotta really, like, not let it get to you, you know? You gotta keep putting out good vibes.
it makes me feel proud, kind of pride in what women can do and showing themselves. And I think in that sense, it's kind of it makes an impact. I think everybody who sees it has to realize that women are not just for imitation men. You know, they have something specific to say and special to do, and I think it's very nice. I think it would be more interesting if more men could come see it.
Are you an artist?
No, I'm an engineer.
What shocked you about it?
Oh, I guess the thing is, that's the kind of thing you hide in the, behind a closed door. And just the idea of seeing something of that out in the open in public, having other people standing there looking at it with me, even though I expected to see it, it was shocking.
What about the menstruation bathroom?
That's a statement that's real difficult to understand for a man. Or maybe it's very obvious. It's one or the other. It's either very difficult to understand or very...
What did you think about it? I mean, what was your reaction to it then?
The lady had a problem. Or a lot of friends.
Or an IUD, same thing.
Or that this is a problem that women perceive as a problem. And this is a statement.
That's interesting. I had no idea. I mean, I can only relate it to my own experience. It looked like she really had a mess on her hands. Is that what she's saying? I don't know.
Well, perhaps, I mean, in other words, you felt it was very messy and you didn't know that it was that messy?
No. I took it literally, which I suppose that was my first reaction. A literal interpretation, which is this. She must have had a huge party with a lot of menstruating friends. Or she was a very heavy flower, a witch.
Yeah.
Well, obviously that's on a literal level, and it may be, as you say, on a symbolic level, it may be a way of saying...
What?
You're left with the question as to why. Was this meant as a statement, or as to be interpreted literally?
Particularly in the context of the whole house, because when I said earlier, a lot of the house is amusing, and this is not amusing.
I wouldn't. It's not a place to come to live, although what it does is work a series of revelations about the conflict between a person who lives in the house and the house itself. And it reveals those conflicts in a way that makes them more meaningful or clearer to me than living in houses does. And insofar as it distills and clarifies, it's art, sure. It's all kind of, it's funny.
Is it frightening?
No, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I don't find anything here frightening.
Will you help me do the dishes?
Help you do the dishes?
Well, they're your dishes as much much as mine.
But you don't have a cock.
Got to do with it.
A cock means you don't wash dishes. You have a cunt. A cunt means you wash dishes.
I don't see where it says that on my card.
Stupid. Your cunt, pussy, gash, hole, or whatever it is round like a dick. My cock is long and hard and straight and meant to shoot like guns or missiles. Anyone can see that. Speaking of shooting, I need to shoot off, that is, you know, drop my load, shoot my wood, get my rocks off. I have to, you know, come, that is. Me, I have to, I need to, I must, I.
You know, sometimes I wish I could come too.
Now you know you don't have to like I do. Your cunt was made to receive.
I know. My cunt was made to receive. My cunt has an opening in the middle. Therefore, I must receive. I have a cunt. Must receive. I have a cunt. I must wash dishes.
I have a cock. It is long and hard and straight and meant to shoot like guns or missiles. Therefore, I must shoot. I have a cock. I must shoot. I have a cock. I must shoot. I must shoot. I must shoot. You know, if you keep this up, making all demands on me, like wanting me to wash dishes and wanting to come and everything, you're going to castrate me.
Castrate you?
Yes, castrate me.
Castrate you?
Yes, castrate, 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 castration, castrate, castration, castration.
Womanhouse is simply tremendous. It's the most imaginative, humorous, phallic, womb-like.
Okay, so then, so the part I was getting pushed through, and I just love, and I fit myself into each of your legs, and I get pushed through, and then I love waiting, and then I hear these mothers going, push, and my body goes like this, and I felt like I was a baby born from that, and I can still feel my mother calling me, Sandy, and then...
I felt when it was good that we were all just one thing. And throughout the whole birth piece, if we're one thing, if we're one figure or we're one sound, then it really works. And the way I felt about the whale was that, in a way, it was like this kind of call, or this kind of just somehow like calling up like the gods, or calling to the god, or something like this kind of thing would take over. And it was so wonderful. It was really orgasmic, and I'd see red when it was really great. I'd see red flames in my eyes.
Every time before we performed, we'd go through this kind of a ritual, and we'd all get together upstairs, and we'd get in this huddle, and we'd all like give each other this kind of a pep talk, and we'd all talk about how we were going to wail from the voices of all the women throughout the centuries, and all the pain, and all the ecstasy, and all the feelings that they ever felt.
with this girl. This is a mommy and a she with a girl and 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 a girl. And the girl and the girl and the boy was and that man was making a what? What'd he make? Oh, okay. Up. So, Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jack
waiting. Waiting for someone to come in. Waiting for someone to hold me. Waiting for someone to feed me. Waiting for someone to change my diaper. Waiting to crawl, to walk. Waiting to talk. Waiting to wear my frilly dress. Waiting to be a pretty girl. Waiting to sit on Daddy's lap. Waiting. Waiting. Waiting for my breasts to develop. Waiting to wear a bra. Waiting to menstruate. Waiting to read forbidden books. Waiting to go to a party. To be asked to dance close. Waiting to be beautiful. Waiting for the secret. Waiting for life to begin. Waiting. Waiting to get dressed up. To shave my legs. Waiting to be pretty. Waiting for him to notice me. Waiting for him to ask me to go steady. Waiting to make out. Waiting to go all the way. Waiting to smoke, to drink, to stay out late. Waiting to be a woman. Waiting for my great love. Waiting for my wedding day. Waiting for my wedding night. Waiting for sex. Waiting for him to make the first move. Waiting for him to give me pleasure. Waiting for him to excite me. Waiting for him to give me an orgasm. Waiting. Waiting for him to come home, to fill my time. Waiting for my baby to come. Waiting for my belly to swell. Waiting for my breasts to fill with milk. Waiting for the first contractions. Waiting for the contractions to end. Waiting for the head to emerge. Waiting for the first scream, the afterbirth. Waiting to hold my baby. Waiting for my baby to suck my milk. Waiting for my baby to stop crying. Waiting for some time to myself. Waiting to be beautiful again. Waiting for my child to go to school. Waiting for life to begin. Waiting. Waiting for him to tell me something interesting, to ask me how I feel. Waiting for him to stop being crabby, reach for my hand, kiss me good morning. Waiting for fulfillment. Waiting for the children to marry. Waiting for something to happen. Waiting to grow wise. Waiting. Waiting for my body to break down, to get ugly. Waiting for my flesh to sag. Waiting for my breasts to shrivel up. Waiting for a visit from my children, for letters. Waiting for my husband to die. Waiting to get sick. Waiting for winter to end. Waiting for a good bowel movement. Waiting for the pain to go away. Waiting for the struggle to end. Waiting for release. Waiting.
This figure was made by pouring colored sand. With a simple swipe of the hand, it can be erased.
Somebody else is looking in on it. It's not me. It's me being somebody else. It's always me being somebody else looking at it and judging it.
Always judging it from the outset, and I find that I still do that. The first thing that flashes on me, what will they think? Is it valid for me to spend my time doing this? Shouldn't I rather be reading some more essays on feminism? Shouldn't I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing that? It's really, really hard.
It's very difficult to stay invested in your own job. In other words, for example, I'm drawing again. Now, I did a whole bunch of small drawings, and yesterday, I started the first drawing from the small drawings, the next step. And so, I spent an hour going through this thing. First, I made it 15 by 15, then I didn't like it, then I made it 20 by 20, then I made it 15 by 15, then I made it 20 by 20, then I made it 15 by 15. Because what it was like, I couldn't get inside and connect it to what I wanted. Now, so then I said, okay, now stop. What do I want? Independent of, all these things about how it looks on the page and what it's supposed to be and how it's so. What do I want, okay? So I said, I want it 15 by 15. That's what I wanted. Fuck it, I want 15 by 15. Okay, now every time, every decision, it's that kind of process of having to go, stop the whole process of the outside and him and her and them and art and this and that and say, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want?
When I was a little girl, I always wanted a room of my own, where I could be alone, where I could be me, instead of everything everybody else wanted me to be. Please excuse the mess, I'm still trying to set myself free. Making myself at home, making my life my own, so much more than I ever thought could be. The house goes on.